Hello, my name is Isaac Hernandez, and this is my student art critique video analysis. So for this project, I chose these two paintings from two very great talented artists. The two paintings I chose can be found at LACMA. The first painting is Flower Day, Dia de las Flores by Diego Rivera, 1886 to 1957 from Mexico. The second painting is Weeping Woman with Handkerchief by famous artist Pablo Picasso, 1881 to 1973 from Spain. So the reason I chose these two arts is because they have important meaning to me. If you look at the painting for Flower Day, it shows a woman standing in front of a couple children in what appears to look like she is either telling them a story or shows the children praising her in some way. The meaning of this painting has to me is that I am Mexican. Both my parents were born in Mexico, my mother from Durango, and my father from Michoacan. This particular painting brings so many memories because most of my relatives, aunts, uncles, and grandparents are also from Mexico and live here in the United States. And whenever I go to their houses, they have some sort of Mexican paintings on the wall that look very similar to Flower Day. As a matter of fact, my mother has a painting similar to Flower Day that is in our bathroom. I do not know the name of the painting, but it shows a woman kneeling from the back, and behind her are a bunch of flowers. If you are Mexican or of Mexican descent, I have a very strong feeling that you have these paintings in your household contributes to the Mexican culture on how it is living in Mexico. In the article, Diego Rivera's Flower Day celebrates the struggle of post-revolutionary Mexico. Here are 3 things you might not know about it. By Katie White. She states, at first glance, Flower Day reads as a quaint depiction of Mexican street life, as indigenous woman with a basket of a calla lily strapped to her back stands at the center of the canvas. Eyes downcast, 2 women kneel before her. Yet this famous image has many interesting layers. On the Better Wall website, it states Diego Rivera championed the causes of Mexico's common people, peasants, and native underclass. Many of his paintings celebrate these groups and evaluate them in art to a higher status than they held in the real world. This was Rivera's vision, and he used it to explore his interest in the culture, art, and daily life of rural Mexicans. This painting was painted by oil on a canvas, just like most of his other paintings are done the same way. He also created numerous easel paintings and watercolors representing the indigenous peoples of Mexico. This painting is a great piece of art created by an amazing painter whose artwork shows the amazing things about the Mexican culture. In the painting Weeping Woman with Handkerchief by Pablo Picasso shows an emotional woman crying, but the way it is painted is the way Picasso would paint most of his paintings, with those cartoonish look ways. This portrait of Dora Maar, one of Picasso's many mistresses. He stated about her, "For me, she's the weeping woman. For years I painted her in tortured forms, not through sadism, not with pleasure either, just obeying a vision that forced itself on me. It was the deep reality, not the superficial one. Dora, for me, was always a weeping woman. And it's important because women are suffering machines. What the artist failed to realize is that he was most likely the cause of her suffering. Picasso is infamous for the horrible way he treated the women he was so involved with. 2 suffered full mental breakdowns and another 2 committed suicide. Thus, it is no surprise that this painting exudes pain and terror. The teardrop-shaped eyes, the open green mouth, the fingers clutching in her chest, all force the viewer to feel the excruciating pain that Dora Maar truly felt, to empathize with her suffering.